Alright then. Let's go and continue with Disoriented. I'll try to perfect this poem this time. Oops, I have no idea what's... This sounds like a Sayori word. Okay, nice. Contamination. I'm not going for you again. Eternity. Okay, that's 4 words so far. That's good. Spice. That's 5. Ah! Okay, that did sound bittersweet. Shit. Sorry. Mending. That's only 1 error. So, you know, like 6 words for Yuri so far. Which is nice. I don't know if it affects anything, like, will she like it more? But hey, I hope so. Analysis. Infinite. Mausoleum. Okay. That did sound like a Sayori word. It's kinda hard. Anxiety. I can't pronounce that. I don't know if I can, and I just overthink it, but I already selected it. Vivacious. Intellectual. Philosophy. Incapable. Miss. No. That sounds like a Sayori word. Or agonizing. Melancholy. Nice. Oh man, I'm the last one here. Oh, don't worry about it. Everyone's late from time to time. Besides, you've been working hard, so I think you deserve some slack. I guess so. I'm usually pretty punctual, but I just lost track of time today. What made you forget the time? It's a funny story, actually. I recently decided to learn how to play the piano, so I was practicing just now. That's probably why I didn't notice the school bell going off. You can play the piano? That's quite impressive. I've always wanted to play an instrument myself. It's not as cool as you make it out to be. I've only been playing for a while, so I've still got a ways to go before I'm any good. You should pick up an instrument too, Yuri. I could definitely see you playing the violin. Wow. Even I would. Even I see Yuri playing the violin. Yeah, that pretty much suits Yuri perfectly. The violin is a beautiful instrument. I'm partial to the sound of the flute as well. Are we gonna get something like a story arc where Yuri learns an instrument? That'll be interesting. Flutes can be calm and elegant, just like you. Thank you. How's it like to play the piano? It's really an enjoyable instrument to play. Not to mention I really love how it sounds. One moment it can sound gentle and soothing, and the next powerful and full of force. The piano's an instrument that I'm familiar with too. Well, at least somewhat. My father had signed me up for piano lessons when I was younger. He'd been playing it since high school and wanted to pass his passion down to me, but I never really got into it. Considering that, you'd think that I would hate the piano, but for some reason I find myself eternally cheering for Monika. Are we gonna be the one to play your reality instead of Monika? Maybe because it reminds me of my father in a way. Monika, you certainly are a talented individual. First starting your own club from the ground up and now picking up piano on a whim. I doubt I'd be able to do that. Oh, don't say that. Anyone can do amazing things as long as they have a passion for it. Which is why I think we're all going to do amazing at the festival. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be awesome. Natsuki, weren't you just protesting about the festival yesterday? Well, obviously I meant everything besides our part of the festival. I still don't like the idea of performing. Monika rolls her eyes. I don't want to start this whole debate over again either. But I am looking forward to everything else. It's a whole day of school where you can just turn around and eat till you burst. I can see the eagerness in Natsuki's eyes. She must really like food. Kinda reminds you of a certain someone. Oh no. Where is Sayori? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at the desk at the back of the room, staring out at the... No! I walk over to her. As I do, I hear the girls continue to converse behind me. Something about squid? Hey, Sayori. Well, here it comes. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone. No! Oh my goodness. Huh? Are you okay? She forces a smile. It's not very convincing. Of course I am, silly. Why wouldn't I be? I don't know. You just seem a bit off today. Maybe I'm wrong, but the real Sayori wouldn't stare out the window. My mind wanders back to what she asked me while we were walking home together. You worry too much, Midas. I'm fine, seriously. She shows me another smile, much bigger and more genuine. Are you sure about that? But it seems more Sayori-like. There's something inside me that feels like something's up. Sayori must have noticed as she hastens to explain. To tell you the truth, I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm really tired, so sorry if I'm a little cranky, Seriously though, I'm probably not much fun to hang around with right now. No, oh my goodness. I want to spend some time with others. I might try to have a little nap. Have fun with us! Sure, okay. Just know if anything's bothering you, you can talk to me, okay? I hate to see you suffering in silence. She nods. Suffering might be a little strong of a word. Oh, well, you know what I mean. Sayori nods again and shoos me away. As I wander off to talk to Monika, that feeling of uneasiness isn't going away. Maybe it's just how Sayori is these days. I mean, it's been a good year since we've properly hung out together. Maybe she changed? Deep down, I know that isn't the reason. Still, maybe Monika knows more than I do. After all, she's the president, right? I timidly approach her. She's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Midas, what's up? I decided to just jump in. There's no point beating about the bush. Hey, so have you noticed anything wrong with Sayori recently? Wrong? What do you mean? I don't know. It's just that she seems a little downcast today. So, do you have any idea why she might be feeling off? Like, have you seen her act this way before? No. I can't say I've ever seen her like this before. Yeah, she said she's just feeling tired because she didn't get much sleep. But to be honest, I'm not buying it. She's normally upbeat and cheerful. Her behavior has been so uncharacteristic. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Wait, didn't she say she was going to try and nap? I'm getting curious all of a sudden, like, if we do happen to pursue, like, even if it's not Yuri, like, if we happen to pursue Yuri or Natsuki, what would happen to Sayori? I don't know. Curious me, I guess. I just got curious for a bit. Maybe there is something on her mind. My question, though, is why you're asking me, Midas? You've certainly known her longer than I have. Yeah, well, you spent more time with her around recently than I have. With the club and all. I guess so. But I've never seen her dismiss me. Maybe she didn't exactly dismiss me, but it felt like she just wanted me gone. Sorry, I'm just concerned for her, you know? I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, that's all. No, I appreciate you coming to me. It's really sweet how concerned you are for her. After all, it's important for me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members. You know, maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? Are you sure that's a good idea? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? I know you've known Sayori for longer than I have, so perhaps you're right. Still, it's worth a try. I know I have to talk to her about what she wants to do for the festival anyway. And I hope you do bring some information to me. Oh, alright. Fair enough then. I just hope she's more receptive to you than she was with me. Monika pauses, studying my worried facial expression. The warmth of her smile reflects in her eyes. You really care about her, don't you? From what I can gather, you've been friends for a while. Yeah, we've been childhood friends for as long as I can remember. Although before I've joined the club, you had been drifting a lot. I hate thinking that she's been like this before without me around to help her. Hey, I know it's hard, Midas. It's never easy seeing a friend suffer. But for what it's worth, she's lucky to have someone so thoughtful looking out for her. Don't blame yourself for it. You can't always be there for everyone. Tough lesson in life. I know she's right, but the feeling of guilt still resides. Yeah, I guess. Hey, she's been a lot happier since you joined the club, you know. Huh? Really? Yep. She told me that she was kind of surprised at first, as she didn't expect you wanted to join. You to want to join, sorry. But once she got over that, she enjoyed having you around. Anyway, I know it's hard seeing her like this. I'll talk to her and see what I can do, okay? She'll be fine, don't you worry. I sure hope so. Let's just hope you're right, Monika. Thank you for everything, by the way. You've been a big help. You're too kind, Midas. Nothing to thank me for. She stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika to talk to her. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. But by who? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice that Yuri is peering over her book at me. Okay, I thought something else was watching us. Realizing that she's staring, she timidly hides behind her book. Did she overhear the stuff about Sayori? Perhaps she can help. I walk over to Yuri sitting and slide into the desk next to her. Oh, I'm sorry if I was distracting you. I didn't mean to stare at you like that. Yuri, it's okay. You're not bothering me at all. She sighs, appearing somewhat relieved. I see. But I couldn't help but notice you were deep in thought. Is there something on your mind, Midas? Yuri's gonna help too? That's new. Well, yes, actually. But how could you tell? She gently flicks a page in her book back and forth, rubbing her thumb gingerly against the corners. I'm usually alone with my thoughts, so I know what to look for. Not that I was specifically watching you or anything. Oh dear, I hope you don't think that's weird of me. Don't worry about it. I think being so perceptive is kinda cool. Perhaps you could help me with something, Yuri. Her curiosity piqued? Piked? I'm not sure. She folds the page she was reading slightly to mark it for later, then shuts the book and turns to me. Are you sure I'm the right person for that? Well, you're introverted and I guess sad in a way. I sure hope not, but from what I can tell, introverts can understand introverts. Hence why shy people tend to understand shy people, so I guess Yuri knows a lot more than us, I guess. I do. You seem to have your head on right, so you'd probably give me great advice. I see. Well, I'll do my best, I suppose. Okay, so I guess the main issue is actually Have you noticed anything up with Sayori? Sayori? She glances over to Sayori, who's totally oblivious to what's happening around her. Yeah, things just seem really different, you know? Like she's not herself. I tried to ask her about it, and she just told me she was tired, but I'm not so sure. Hmm. Yuri idly taps at her book with her finger, apparently thinking things over. That must be quite worrying for you. I'm sorry to hear she's not feeling well. Forgive me if this isn't an appropriate question, but do you mind me asking how long have you known each other? Gosh, as long as I can remember actually. We hung out a lot as kids, but as we got older we kind of drifted apart. Since I've been coming to the club though, I've had the opportunity to spend more time with her. Yuri nods contemplatively. Okay, well, perhaps she doesn't feel comfortable sharing what's ailing her. And that's not to say she doesn't think of you as a good friend. They just haven't seen much of each other recently, have you? Oh, forgive me if that sounds too harsh. Well, it's kinda harsh, but in some cases that's true. I place my hand on Yuri's shoulder. She tenses up for a split second, but quickly eases down again. Yuri, trust me. If you were bothering me, I'd tell you. You need to stop apologizing too much. It's really okay. Sorry, I didn't mean... I let out a small laugh. She's very sincere. It's quite endearing. I understand where you're coming from though. Perhaps I'll need to work my way up to that level of connection with her again. Yuri folds her arms and tilts her head to the side, allowing her long violet hair to droop down over the desk. Midas, have you heard the proverb about our three masks? No, I don't think I have. Well, to put it simply, every person has three faces. The first is how we present ourselves to the people in public, strangers, passerby, that sort of thing. The second is how we present ourselves to our close friends and family, the ones we hold dear to our hearts. The last one is reserved for only oneself. It's our truest representation of our being that no one else can possibly interpret. That's actually pretty amazing. Yuri truly seems to know what she's talking about. Notice how I said how we present ourselves, not how we feel. I think perhaps the way Sayori acts and the way she feels aren't necessarily the same. That's pretty wise of Yuri. I think I understand, but what makes you bring that up? You felt as though something wasn't right from the beginning, correct? Maybe your intuition is trying to guide you towards a conclusion on its own. Of course, that's just my perspective. It's entirely possible that I'm looking too much into it. Although I must admit, I am curious about her seemingly sudden attitude shift. I wonder what could have caused that. I assume you don't know of any potential events that could have had an impact on her life, do you? Nothing comes to mind, although as you said earlier, I'm not sure if she'd tell me anyway. She turns to me, wearing a smile. I understand this might be quite frustrating for you, Midas. You might want to help her, but she won't let you. But sometimes, there's only so much you can do. For now, your best bet would be simply to let her know you're there for her, without prying. I'm sure she would open up to you when she feels comfortable doing so. She's lucky to have such a thoughtful person looking out for her. Friends like that are quite hard to come by these days. Monika said something similar to me, just now. I rubbed the back of my neck in embarrassment. You guys give me too much credit. I'm just doing what a friend would do, right? There's nothing extraordinary about what I'm doing for Sayori. So humble. Anyway, do you mind if you do some reading? I can't do anything else with Sayori, so I might as well take my mind off it. Of course. I thought for a split second something was gonna happen. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika and she smiles reassuringly at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Well, we're curious what they just talked about, so... Hey Monika. Hi, Midas. I approached Monica wanting to talk about Sayori with her some more, but she takes control of the conversation before I can start anything, and immediately jumps into club business. This might come as a surprise, but we have a festival coming up soon. Oh wow, I never would have guessed. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'll give it some more thought. Despite any praise the girls might have given me, I really doubt that my poetry is up to snuff. I'm sure that there's nothing as just as little bias during poetry discussions. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. You wouldn't want to let down the club, right? She says that with a teasing tone, but the chill runs down my spine when I think about the implications of disappointing everyone. Especially about a girl that can potentially delete us. Who knows what Monica would do to me if I betrayed her as her loyal literature club subject. Oh no. Not to mention, I'm also looking forward to seeing your performance. Right. That's definitely not something I can relate to. Don't worry about it so much, you'll do fine. After all, you've been doing fine with these poetry discussions so far. So you say. Anyway, let's look at today's poem. Here it is. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. But although we're supposed to be discussing poetry right now, I can't help but remain preoccupied by thoughts of Sayori. I'm worried about her, to say the least. It's such an unexpected change that's come over her. Did something happen to her? Midas. Huh? Sorry, did you just call out my name? Yeah, twice actually. You seem like you're a million miles away. Well, I want to talk to Sayori, that's why I picked you, Monica. I mean, talk about Sayori, sorry. What's up? I was just thinking about whatever's happened to Sayori. So sorry if I wasn't paying attention. It's fine, Midas, I understand. For what it's worth, you're a good friend who's caring so much about her. Thanks. I just hope that things can go back to normal soon. Well, my advice to you would be to let her come to you on her own. She'll talk if she wants to talk. I think that you should respect her boundaries. You're right. I appreciate the advice, by the way. Of course, I'm always willing to lend a sympathetic ear if you need one. Today might not be the happiest days for the club, but that's alright. Not every day will be happy. We'll all pull through this together. I'm sorry. I hope so. I feel like I shouldn't be going about the club normally. But I think that Sayori probably needs some normalcy for now. So in the end, I try to get the poem sharing back on track. Anyway, since we're supposed to be sharing poems right now... Wait, did I read that right? Okay, right. Oh, I almost forgot about it myself. Some president I am, huh? Monica quickly whips out her pristine composition notebook. Here's my poem then, alright? Thanks. Ooh, part 2 from the box. On my nightstand sits an ornate box, painstakingly crafted, decorated with the most delicate filigree? Beautiful, beautiful, the most beautiful box you'll ever see. In that box stands a slender porcelain ballerina. No, that stands. Twirls. She's inanimate, yet animate, cold, yet vibrant, and oh so beautiful. The most beautiful ballerina you'd ever see. She spins and spins and spins as the box melody goes. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. She neither smiles nor frowns. A permanent look of black composure painted on her facade. She dances for my amusement, and yet I am evaded by amusement. The room spins around me. Vertigo. I want answers, but she gives me none. I stand with the box closed, and yet the room still spins. My skin, porcelain. Is this all she's meant to be? Is this the meaning she's supposed to derive? Is this the role, purpose of her existence? The sole purpose of her existence? And then her skin cracks, shattering. How do I interpret this? Well, I guess this is her. Most beautiful box, ballerina being her. Inanimate yet animate, I guess that's how, like, how the stories are beautiful, yet it's just in the screen. They're not real. And then she suddenly closes the box, and then I guess all her poems are about this is just a game and it hurts. I guess that's what I can see anyway. You know, I feel like I'm looking for answers and contemplating your reality are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Huh, those two words sprang a memory in mind. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into that. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if you had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? That's true. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. How fitting. Somber subjects for a somber day. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? I guess pain is something good to write about. At least I do it sometimes. Humans aren't one-dimensional creatures. That's what makes people so interesting. You might think that it would be way better if everyone was happy and uncomplicated all the time. But how would we know But how would we know what happiness was if it weren't for the sadness to compare it to? I guess that's true. Even so, I'd rather not see my friends so troubled. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Do you ever feel discouraged when something you've put a lot into doesn't get as much attention as you thought it would? For instance, you could have spent hours and hours on a poem, only to have your friends barely glance at it when you show it to them. It might make you feel like doing any more is useless. And the sad truth is, the world is so saturated with creative works already that most people don't receive any attention. At least to the most popular artists and authors. There's actually not much you can do in that situation besides try your best. However, you also shouldn't think of things in terms of popularity and number of views. The most important thing should be your own personal self-satisfaction. If you're proud with yourself and your work, then I say that's enough success. That was the most depressing writing tip of the day ever. That's my advice for today. Thank you for listening. Whom should I show my poem to next? I guess I'll go with Natsuki instead of Sayori first, since we're kind of afraid of what Sayori might do. Meh. Guess you really didn't learn anything. This is what I expected. You didn't have a good one, but it's clear that you aren't trying anymore. Huh. Hey, how could it be that bad? Can you at least explain it to me? Poems don't need to be cryptic and deep sounding to be good. They'll just sound super dumb if you don't suck at it. Honestly, don't try to write this until you're on Yuri's level. She's complimenting her now. Natsuki pauses as if she just realized something. Oh, don't tell me. You're just writing this to impress Yuri, aren't you? What? No, I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just writing. Yeah, writing exactly how Yuri would write. She would love crap like this. You know what? No. Natsuki shoves my poem back at me. I don't want to do this with you anymore. If you write a poem for something else, or for someone else, don't show it to me. That just happened. I guess this was destined to happen. I never really understood what Natsuki tries to get out of me. At least she wasn't the girl I was trying to impress. MC's aware of what I'm doing, which is nice. Oh, we didn't get to see Natsuki's poem. Sad. Alright, Sayori. I hope you're okay now. It's good to see you're taking poetry seriously, Midas. Yeah, truthfully I wasn't really sure how much I like writing poems, but coming here made me realize how enjoyable it can be. It looks like you've been really influenced by Yuri too. Eh? Have I? Mm-hmm. Did you write specifically for her? What? No, I didn't. What gave you that impression? Never mind. It's a nice poem, by the way. Thank you. An awkward silence descends upon us. It's good to see you're making friends, though. No! I want the happy Sayori back. Stop! Seeing you get closer to them, seeing you happy, it makes me happy too. You're lying. I turn to look at her, but she's deliberately avoiding eye contact as she aimlessly fiddles with a pen in her hands. Her words really don't match her demeanor. No sense in questioning it though, as I already know what response would be. How was your nap, by the way? Did you even nap? Oh yeah, it was great. Really helped. I'm fully aware that she didn't nap at all, and the fact she went along with the lie further confirms my suspicions. I opened my mouth to call her out on it, but then I stopped remembering Yuri's words. Perhaps now is just not the best time to ask whatever's on her mind. It's not like we're best friends nowadays. There's clearly some distance between us, as much as I don't want to admit it. I've asked her what's wrong, but she didn't really confide in me. It's frustrating, but as Sayori said, all I can do now is to let her know that I'm there for her and respect her boundaries. Sometimes you just have to work with the hand you've been dealt, I guess. Sayori, look, this might sound a bit weird, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you, no matter what's going on. I should have tried earlier. I should have respected your privacy. It's just hard for me to sit back and do... well, it feels like nothing. It's okay, I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Anyway, Monika told me that she wanted to discuss our festival preparations to everyone after everyone was done sharing poems. So, I should probably show you my poem now. Anyway, here it is. Fairy tale. In a kingdom far, far away there was a castle. In the castle there was a wish. The wish came to be a long, long time ago. She was made to be an angel. But I wasn't an angel. I was just a wish. A wish to make everyone happy. I took on their burdens and did what I could. I kept their dreams like a guardian should. Kept safe their dreams. The seeds of my efforts then spread far and wide. I fed them with power I found deep inside. People liked when I made this right, but they got used to it and stopped believing so much. I watched the children playing and felt sad, but I was happy too, I really was. It truly was enough to be the fairy godmother. The one everyone depended on and trusted. But time kept on passing as I gave my all. I had nothing left and I couldn't stand tall. But I kept on going, as I'd always done, a soldier in battle with nowhere to run. Even wishes get tired too. Once everyone was happy, my job was done. But what came after? I could see it. No! I could see the darkness on the horizon. Quick! Make it all go away! When everything's big and bright, what more could anyone wish for? Nobody knew how long it would keep up, but they kept living happily ever after. You're not happy! Don't lie to me! I didn't even need to interpret that. That was obviously Sayori being sad. So what do you think? Wow, Sayori, I had no idea you could write like this. This is something else. Have the others seen this? No, not yet. You're the first one I've shown it to. What an honor, eh? So what's this one about? I'm trying to make everyone happy because I'm not happy, haha. Oh my goodness. From what I can gather, it's about someone that tries to keep everyone happy. Because she's not happy herself. She nods. And people like that. But eventually they kinda get used to it. And then the godmother dies. And And I hope that doesn't happen to Sayori. But that's okay, because at least they were still happy. And this person, the kingdom's wish. She even gets a little tired from time to time, but as long as everyone's happy, that's her job. She's happy when the others are happy. That's the most important thing. I look back at the poem trying to pick up the more subtle meanings. But surely the angel doesn't have to be alone. People don't have to depend on her just to be happy. Surely the angel could share the responsibility, right? I don't know. I'm just looking into this a bit too much. I just feel kinda sorry for her. That's Sayori. I blink. Am I seriously empathizing with a fictional angel? That fictional angel is Sayori! Maybe I'm really getting into this poetry thing. I'm glad my poems can get such a reaction out of you, Midas. I really put a lot of thought into this one last night, and you seem to pick up on it. But with an uncomfortable dawn of realization, it's become quite clear how this poem relates to Sayori. Good thing MC's not that dense here. I'm not going to have much luck questioning that though. Well, I hope that angel finds happiness soon. Maybe she should share her burdens with other people. She might just be surprised at how receptive the people of the kingdom are. That's kind of a way to tell Sayori that we're here for her. But then they'll be sad. That would be selfish. Or maybe they'll be happy to give something back to their angel. After all, she was keeping them happy. It's only fair they get to share something back, right? A shake of the head and a smile is my only response. Oh no. I'm worried about how they'll depict Sayori's expression. Alright, Yuri, let the main event begin. Midas. It amazes me every time that you show me a new composition. Your poetry is phenomenal. I can't fathom how you're able to write this so naturally. The words flow through the page with vigor. It even makes me somewhat jealous. It seems so easy for you, whereas I find myself stressing about each piece. Yuri, I don't think that's entirely accurate. I don't have an innate talent for writing, but I do know an incredibly skilled writer whose work motivates me to do my best. And that's you, Yuri. My goodness. Yuri gently smiles to herself, closing her eyes. This feeling. I had no idea that sharing my poetry would feel like this. It's so freeing. Is she gonna stab herself suddenly? Yeah, it really is. And suddenly she stabs herself because she's so happy. I hope that doesn't happen. I still can't believe you've never shown your writing before now. I think so many people would love to see your work. You say that, but I'm not sure that it's that simple. Eh? How so? Well, Yuri looks out of the window wistfully. Midas, do you know what I do in the afternoons? This is new. I like to find a quiet spot to eat lunch by myself. It's a wonderful time to reflect on things without distraction. In fact, I'm almost able to catch up on my reading. Do you know why I enjoy reading so much, Midas? There are so many amazing types of people within the pages. People who might infatuate you, or perhaps someone who could make you smile in the darkest moments. It might sound pathetic, but it makes me feel better about my solitude. It's almost as if I have my own group of friends. Is that weird? I don't have to worry about disappointing them. They don't find joy in deriding me, and they don't hate me for acting so insufferably pretentious. Is she pointing towards Natsuki? Yuri, do people really say those things about you? Speaking of Natsuki, isn't Natsuki supposed to be writing a poem for Yuri? People might think that I'm haughty. Haughty? I don't know. Or that I'm a know-it-all. But in actuality, I know nothing useful about the world. I might be able to tell you what defines a Shakespearean sonnet. Sonnet. Sorry. But I'm totally lost when it comes to socializing. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings. and all I can do with them is read, write. But it wasn't until now that it became apparent that something was missing. You. Me? Are you sure, Yuri? Yes. The fact that you're willing to be patient with me, it really means a lot to me. I know there's so many things wrong with me, Midas. My diction is irritatingly slow. I'm never able to find confidence in my own opinions, and I look forward for hidden depths where they don't exist. But despite all of that, you didn't leave me. Midas, I can count on one hand of the number of people that I feel comfortable talking to. For some reason, I relate a lot with Yuri. You're one of those people. I'm so grateful for that. I see. Well, in my eyes, you're an incredible person. It'd be weird if I didn't treat you nicely, you know? I joined this club hoping to meet some new people. And I'm glad I got to meet you. Yes. I'm glad I'm not in such a serious position, but this is honestly quite sad. I'm glad that I got to meet you too. Yuri hides her face in her hands. However, I notice she's smiling this time. Do you want to show me your poem? Yes. Yes, I do. Let me get it for you. Forlorn. Pastel palettes shiver and shake underneath my gossamer words. Out of reach my shoulders ache. You float away, my pleas unheard. Lost in this silent charcoal mist, I tried to touch your silky hair, glowing embers of passionate trysts? Whirling around in amethyst there, verdant, quadrilateral covered clovers navigate my rusty veins. Help me last until it's over. Take control, grab the reins. I hope one day to see you again and hear your soothing silent tune. I'll patiently wait for the moment when I'm sheltered under your gentle moon. This sounds like Yuri lost someone. At least that's how I interpret it. I'm sorry this isn't my most interesting piece. I'm actually quite interested in why and where did this come from. But I wanted to try writing with a prompt in mind. It made me even more curious. Where did this poem come from? It sounds like that restricted you a bit. Did you not want to write this? Oh, it's not that. It's just I've been thinking a lot about my writing recently. I've felt like I should try to challenge myself a bit. I see. So what's the inspiration behind this one? Yuri takes a breath, apparently thinking of what to say. I suppose it's about an internal struggle between one's own desires and their best interests. It's important for those we care about to be happy, even if it means we cannot be happy ourselves. I imagine it's something I'll need to come to terms with. She mumbles the last part, as though she were thinking out loud. This is an interesting take on Yuri. Well, thanks for sharing, Yuri. Yes, of course, Midas. Okay, everyone, we're all done sharing poems, right? In which case, let's start figuring out what we're all doing for tomorrow. Oh, sorry. We're all going to do for the festival. You still remembered. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Anyway, I was saying, well, I already know what I'm doing. Which reminds me, aren't you supposed to be writing a poem for Yuri? That's right. Natsuki will be making her specialty, cupcakes. But we need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle them all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori, you mentioned goodie bags earlier, if I remember correctly. That's new. Yep. I want to make some goodie bags for everyone and put in little coats, bookmarks, and candies. Yes, that was great. Sorry, did I just merge it with great? Oh my goodness. Yes, that was it. Great idea, people will love that. Indeed. We're glad you're helping, Sayori. You guys, it's nothing special. The cupcakes sound amazing though. Of course, because I'll be making them. We all share a collective laugh. How about you, Yuri? Ideally, I'd like to do something that could enhance the atmosphere of our performances. She initiates this time! That's new! I'd like to experiment with some aromatherapy as well, if that's okay with you. Since she revealed to us already what she plans to do, I wonder what our weekend would look like. Of course, that's fine. I'm excited to see what you come up with. You also got beautiful handwriting, so perhaps something that involves that? Yuri ponders for a moment. How about banners and decorations? It's funny you mentioned that. I was just about to say that myself. Well, great minds think alike, right? She shares a laugh with Yuri and turns to me. Oh my goodness, that's a small but interesting take again with Yuri. Anyway, that just leaves you, Midas. The only club member who's useless. Don't say that. In fact, it looks like all of us have a lot to do for the festival. I'm pretty sure I speak for everyone and I say that some help would be much appreciated. So basically a choice between who to spend my weekend with. Why do I suddenly feel so nervous? Because if we choose one, the other three are about to eat us. I suppose I could use a bit of help. Not that I really need it, but if you want to help bake stuff, I could always just have you do some dirty work. But if you help, you better not sneak a cupcake to eat. Natsuki, I doubt Midas will want to help you if you make him out to be a burden. Ha! Yuri wants us. If you don't need any help, I believe he'd better be off assisting someone else. Oh, that's up to him to decide maybe. Maybe he likes baking. Have you ever thought of that? Besides, how hard could it be to making decorations be anyway? Did I just stutter again? It's not as though I'm only speaking for myself. Monika and Sayori would likely be appreciative of the help as well. And not that it really matters, but decorating requires a lot of creativity and meticulous work. So does baking. You never baked a day in your life. How could you possibly know? Without their bickering, I can't help but notice that Sayori hasn't said a word. Does she not want me to help her? Or am I just overthinking this? It's impossible to think properly with the arguing going on. Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, it's like Natsuki said. Midas is the only one who gets to decide how he'd like to contribute. There's no need to argue over him like he's the last boy on earth. I think it's fair to say that each of us have plenty of work to do. This has nothing to do with him being a boy. I agree. We're merely discussing our workloads. Looks like Monika has united Natsuki and Yuri with a common enemy. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can you just move on already? Alright then. Moving along. Midas, you're okay with this, right? In the end, that's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me, varying expressions playing on their faces. This is going to be so nervous. So nerve-wracking. Whew. But of course, I did say I'll go for her. So I'll go for her. But I'll probably be most helpful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki. I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Midas? Yeah, if that's okay with you, Yuri. Of course. Sorry, I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. Your assistance will be much appreciated. Okay, well that's sorted then. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. How about you, Sayori? You can work together if you want. Oh, thank goodness someone's gonna help you, Sayori. I think I'll be okay, thanks. What an independent bunch you all are, haha. So is everything we needed? So is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. She glances shyly in my direction. Do you feel the same way, Midas? Yeah, I haven't really made any banners before, and I don't know how much about aromatherapy, whatever that is. So it'll be a new experience for me. I'm sorry in advance if I'm not very useful, Yuri. No, there's nothing to worry about. I appreciate you offering me help in the first place. Good to know. It'll be fun. Yeah, that's the spirit, guys. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? I'm just looking forward to making all of those cupcakes. Those new students better appreciate them. I'm sure they will, don't worry. After all, they look just as nice as they taste. There's a general murmur of agreement. I have a little surprise in mind with the cupcakes that I think everyone will like. Oh? Wouldn't that be? Natsuki rolls her eyes. It's called a surprise for a reason, you dummy. You'll find out on Monday. Of course. How silly of me to forget. Anyway, there's nothing more to discuss for today. Everyone knows what they're doing. So I'll see you all on Monday with your festival stuff. Oh, sorry. Before I go, Sayori, anything you want to add? Sayori has been awfully quiet. If I wasn't so worried about her, I might have forgotten she was in the room. Huh? I'm okay. I'm okay, thanks. I'm looking forward to what your little mystery is, Natsuki. As Natsuki and Monika leave, Sayori turns to Yuri and I. Oh, and Midas and Yuri? I hope you two have fun. She giggles and walks out of the door. Did she just leave us? Hang on! We're meant to walk home together! As I move forward to intercept her, I feel a light tap on my shoulder. It's Yuri, looking incredibly sheepish. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you or anything. It's just, I realized we have no way of contacting each other this weekend. I forgot myself, actually. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Do you, want my mobile number? I think that would be the best way. Yes. Okay, here you go. Exchange numbers. As I add her name on my list of contacts, I realize how small my contact list actually is. Apart from Sayori and my parents, it's basically empty. I'm reminded of how life was before joining this club. Midas. Huh? Sorry, I must have spaced out a little. It's okay. I was just saying I'll be stopping at your house by Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I'd be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Oh? Yeah, I guess that's fine. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. I guess that's not really that important either way. I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I can contribute to whatever you have in mind, Yuri. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Midas. I think that we'll make a very productive team, even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you might have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's simply what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself for a moment with an extremely intense expression. Besides, you helped me a lot with Sayori earlier. I have to return the favor somehow. Oh, you don't really have to worry about that. Heh, I was only teasing. I'd love to help you out. I always enjoy your company. Her face flushes a bright crimson. There's no way you sincerely mean that. Of course I do. You're a delight to be around, Yuri. I see. Forgive me, Midas. It's just, I really hear such kind of things spoken so genuinely. I can't really understand why anyone would say mean things about her. Just because she keeps it to herself, or because her interests deviate a little from the norm. Regardless, I really do want to spend my Sunday with you, Yuri. Can you not believe me? She looks at me straight in the eyes, deep in thought. It's almost as if I can see the gears turning in her head. After a brief moment, she sighs and nods. Yes, I believe you. I hope that we can have an exceptional time together, Midas. I didn't mean for that to sound so serious. I'm doing it again. Yuri clears her throat. What I wanted to say was, I'm looking forward to Sunday. A gentle smile plays across her face. Me too, Yuri. I leave the club room. Yuri followed me behind me. It looks like Sayori didn't wait for me. She's probably home by now. I can't help but feel guilty about not walking home with her, but... Please tell me we get to rush to her room in time. Please. Maybe she really does want to be left alone. It certainly explains why she seemed to shrug off my attempts to help her, right? But I feel like something's off. I wish I could just focus on what's going on in front of me.